Transition from secular to gospel. That's an often asked question. I actually did not make a transition from secular to gospel. I actually left the music business and I went into full-time ministry. So what happens is, even if I don't sing or I don't make music anymore, I'm in full-time ministry now, and I marry and bury and dip, and that's what I do now. So I also have the blessing of being promoted to where I get an opportunity to worship and be a worship pastor at my church in Atlanta. Victory World Church in Norcross, Georgia. Pastor Dennis and Colleen Riles. Awesome church. Love it. Pursuing acting. I've done acting in the past, and I don't know what God has for that in the future. Honestly, right now, my objective is just building and developing worship leaders. That's what I was called right now into ministry to do, and I'm quite filled with making sure that I accomplish that task right now. But I'm certain that, possibly in the future there could be, I think God wants Christian actors, and he wants Christian musicians and Christian this or that to be able to take over and to be in all different, fields of entertainment. So, if I'm usable in that way, I'll do that. Shake Heaven, did I expect Shake Heaven to be as popular as it is? I don't know how popular it is yet. I know that Atlanta had an incredible swell around that song. The Fish in Atlanta and definitely were, real troopers in helping us march that song to the forefront of Atlanta. But the rest of the world, I don't know if they've had a chance to shake heaven just yet. So I think Victory World Music and the worshipers and the music that we're being developed right now from our church and from that ministry of bringing cultures and genres of music all together, I think that's yet to be told as to how big this potentially can be. And so I'm waiting to see what he's going to do with it. Vibe like on a Sunday morning at our church. It's crazy because you got so many different styles of music that we try and do. When you have a multicultural church like ours, we have just about a little over 9,000 members on 2 different locations. We have a Saturday night and 3 services on a Sunday. And just from that standpoint, when you look around, the worship of the people around you are different nationalities, and it's not like a black church or white church, it's like a very diverse church. And so naturally, if you do some music that, is too white, the black folks is like, when you're gonna do some Kirk Franklin. And then if you get a little too black or too gospel, and the white folks is like, what's going on up in here? Some clapping on the 1 and 3, some on the 2 and 4. So I think that's why God gave us this new sound of music on the Victory World Music album called Shake Heaven. He gave us that specifically so our people could kind of take ownership of that worship, and it's starting to actually spill out into other places. If I could say this, Shake Heaven is a song that we worship to at our church. And when you talk to other people, they're like, your church worships to that? It's like, yeah. And you walk into that church and see Asians, blacks, everybody up there, hands, fists going, worshiping. That's because God, I think, is birthing something new right now. Special projects. We released the album in November called Shake Heaven. We actually did a concert last year, 11/11/11, and we filmed the entire project. And so what happened is we have the studio album, and later this year we'll be releasing the DVD and the live album all together. We have features from Ricardo Sanchez and Israel Houghton and Byron Talkbox Chambers, Martha Munizzi, a lot of different features, Rachel Lampa, and it's going to be a hot album project, DVD and live album all put together in one package. I feel like when I got a chance to experience the Martins, and I got a chance to experience the Isaacs and Miss Peck, and just opening our worlds up to these different forms of music, it's not like there's white Jesus and black Jesus and Asian Jesus. It's like he's Jesus. And so whether Jesus is being reached through hip hop or whether he's being reached through contemporary Christian or bluegrass or whatever, this gives us a forum to be able to all come together and enjoy Jesus in all different formats of music. And so I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and I haven't looked at it as it's more black this year or more this or more that. I just think that the closer we get to what heaven is supposed to look like, then the closer we're doing what we're supposed to do while we're here.